Hey everybody, thank you so much for stopping by today to check out these new figures I've just made for my What If Cold War diorama. The whole backstory here is these three guys are Russian conscripts that are currently in Sweden. Now the Russians have pushed through Finland and into Sweden, and there's a port town on the east coast of Sweden, kind of 1/3 of the way up. It's north of the capital, but it has really good access to MSRs leading into the north, west, and south part of the country. So the whole idea here is the Russians took it and they pushed inland, and they left a little rear echelon force of conscripts back to kind of hold the town and do the work. But the Swedish forces have outmaneuvered the Russians and are now retaking the town so they can block off Russian supplies and equipment and men to come in, so they can isolate those guys already in country and neutralize that threat. But pretty much it's going to be, the diorama itself is going to be in a destroyed village, like I talked about. I think it's pronounced Galil or Galai or something like that. It starts with a G on the East Coast. But it's going to be snowy, urban themed, and Russian conscripts, so that means random equipment and weapons and all sorts of fun stuff. So without further ado, we're going to go through these guys one by one. At the end, I'll have pictures, still pictures, showing close-ups of their faces and uniforms so you guys can get a better look. But I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get after it. Alright, so the first guy we've got here is the fire team leader for the anti-tank team. And this camouflage pattern is kind of one I made up. I took inspiration from a Finnish camouflage pattern from, I believe it was the 90s. Like I said, this is a what if Cold War scenario, so being what if, mostly anything goes. This camouflage pattern, it's based white with German camo black brown big blotches with little T's everywhere. Kind of the base uniform for these Russian conscripts. And then they got black boots. He's got an AK rifle, two-tone Molly set for his gear. He's got a sky blue or sky gray, what do you call that? I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind. Not beanie, it's not a beanie, it's a handkerchief, scarf, baklava, whatever. But he's got a light blue, baby blue, light sky blue scarf. He's got a two-tone green helmet with red tape to identify himself with his fellow comrades. And he'll be pointing around a corner to the back of the STRV, showing the anti-tankmen where to shoot. And you can kind of see here on the back the two-tone green a little bit better. I think it's a nice little contrast. It looks good. Very fun to do. Get a little closer here to show you guys the face. These faces are not the best, but I'm very, very satisfied with how the flesh turned out on these guys. You'll kind of be able to see it better in still pictures, but very satisfied with that. All right, next we have the one of the anti-tankmen. This guy will be inside the second building on the corner of the diorama, getting ready to do a secondary shot on the STRV if needed. So he's got a camouflage helmet with the German camo black, brown, and white blotches and T's. Green top with a red tape on his left arm. He's got two-tone Molly vest carrier. It's like an LPV or some shit like that. I know the Army uses them. And then he's got a RPG with a sling and a warhead ready to go. He's got camouflage pants, AS Val on the back slung over. Nice little khaki RPG carrier, bags open, ready to go. And yeah, lots of fun doing this guy as well. I really enjoyed working on all these figures. I spent about 9 hours in total. But kind of see his face. He's a little wide-eyed, anxious, ready to get after it. Last but not least, we have the secondary anti-tankman, who is aiming down his optic to engage the STRV. He's got full cow camo uniform here with red tape on his helmet, his AK slung, which he has dual mags taped up with blue tape. He's got a little green poncho he's wrapped up. RPG bag that is not open. Nice wide stance. He's got a handgun holster as well as his canteen. and his RPG aiming down the sights. And something I did with this guy, I tried to be able to show it to y'all, was I tried to make him look like he's squinting. You can kind of see it here. His what to us is his right eye, but to him his left eye is squinted. And then you can kind of see his mouth slightly moved up like he's squinting on the left side of his mouth, and then his right eye is open looking down the sights. I thought that was a nice little detailed touch, but what do you guys think? So that's all the figures. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here once these still pictures are done. But I had a really good time building on them, really good time painting them. These poses are very nice. Lots of interesting little details to work with here. The faces were a blast to do, and I really enjoy anti-tank warfare, so getting to build up some figures for that was nice. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. Stay safe, enjoy the slideshow, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.